Yeah, so we have made a post on LinkedIn. Now to new tab, so we can go to localhost. Okay, so this is where we stopped, right? It seems we're having to guess the state because the state is unknown, right? And we were doing that in here. This is still going to be improved, but we just want to set up the basic state for the workflow, because I think what we're supposed to actually set up is we should set up a state for the workflow itself, right? So like we have the workflow state, maybe something like that. But let's just build out the UI and for the state. So let's npm run dev. Right, so let's start our application. Npm npx convex dev, and we can have this tab for installation. That needs to happen. So here, what we can do is that we can do a type, so of what node settings is, right, which is going to be equals to show, which is going to be boolean. Then we have data, it's going to be record with key of string and any. Alright, we have the set show, it's going to be a function that takes in show, which is a boolean, and data, which is a record string any, right, which says it's going to be, it can be undefined, and that is going to return void, right? So now we can say when we're creating the state, we can pass in the type, and now the error is gone, and in here as well you see the error is gone, and if we're trying to access it, you see it shows us what we can access from here, which is awesome. That's awesome. So now the problem with that is gone. Okay, so let's go to the dashboard, go to workflow, and we click on this workflow, and here we go, we have this. Right, I think there should be a way for us to set how far we want this to go. So we have the accessible panel. Let's see the options we have for the resizable panel. Maybe if we say tab colon, not span, let's say just take like 2 column 2. Nope, that seems out of it, I guess. Reload, and we can't I SSD? No. This is, yeah, it's already accessible now. Absolutely. Cool. Okay, width is, let's say it's 4 or 5. About that. About 1 over 5. Still the same. It's just splitting it into let's check chat scene if they have anything for that. So that's called, what's that called? It's called resizable. Yeah. Can I type the direction? That's the only thing they give to us there. Okay, let's see this one. Okay. Default size is 25. This is 75. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Default size can be 25. Right, and go. Let's reload. And let's click on this. So the default size. Oh, yeah, cool. We got this. Let's go. So I think it's probably should be like this size. To put this in the center like this, that has to do with React Flow, and this zip is this key that we can use for getting node origin. Is that, I don't know what node origin is meant to be. Yeah, let's check send React Flow nodes view or something. So they set viewport. Okay. So it's default viewport. And X to be 0. We have the Y to be 0. I have the zoom to be 1. Okay. Reload this. So if we say the x should be 100, then relate, then it moves 100 to there. Right. So I think what we need here is can't think of one. So it says some calculations needs to be done on that. We have default view option. Okay. But this default view, we'll have to do a calc. So you can have get some page center equals so we'll have to create a ref const panel ref. This is the use ref. So we can do some calculation there, and we can now do panel ref dot current dot. So for the ref, to be null, or React. Let's say React Node.js ref to ref. Okay. So when we use ref, I think object. Okay, this is HTML div element, so that doesn't work because it's a mutable ref object. So I don't know, I guess I'll just console the log and see. This is not so important, right? It's not like it's that important for us to figure out, but it's just an added console, and we get the object. So, but one thing is we are getting is expanded, that's what we get. Okay, they have get size, 75, and that is and that scroll X screen. So let's see what that actually gives us. So it gives us 1316. So if we say this is what it is that we're trying to get to, so we have to convert to as any before we can use it. So then let's try passing this to X, right? Let's reload the page. That doesn't seem to work for us. we can do a state x position, set x position, right? To use state, we start at 0, and then inside of here we do this to be position equals to this, and then we set the position, and we pass, so instead of passing the function, we pass the x position, and let's reload this to see. That doesn't work. That doesn't work either. But I've done this before. But let's not waste time on something that is not so useful, right? So what we should be working on now is when you click on a node, we want to sort of that works. Now we want to sort of style this out and also add collapsible. So I'm going to get that from here. Accordion actually. Yes, this is collapsible. Just give me experience of something that I actually want to do. But I want to use accordion, not collapsible. So accordion instead of E, and then add the accordion then here format, and can come here, click on node, and now we have this. So this div we want to make with a padding of 2 actually, so there's a space in between those things, right? And for the accordion collapsible type is single. Oh, we have some other stuff. There's some other key. I think for the accordion, okay, so we're gonna have app/events. So that's the first thing that we're gonna have. Then we're going to have authentication or credentials. Then we will have trigger. So it can be trigger or action. We'll be getting that from the type of the node that was selected. And then we have, so this is sort of like, we can just say take this properties, and this can just be test, right? So these are all what we're going to need, right? And what is going to happen is that some of these are going to be disabled, right? Like the first thing you come to is app and events. You select the app, you select the event, and then after that selection, we can have a continue button there, right? Or we can do like an unchanged to sort of, you know, I don't know. Okay, let's do this. First, let's start all this. Underline is known. Put this still underline, so I'll just set it up. Good. So no, convex doesn't run here. So it's this okay. We still have it's not underlined, but we're still getting it. So let's see if I set this. Now let's see. Is the underline. So this app event, this authentication, this properties, and this is test. So for the accordion, I think we have class name, right? So we can have gap 5 in between them, right? And then to have gaps. Right. That's how it opens again. Let me reload. Probably haven't added a gap. So click. Yeah, cool. Okay. So for this, I'm probably gonna add for each of the items. This is gonna be shadow MD P3. I think I wanted that. Let's see if I add it to all of them. See what difference it makes. I don't think the shadow is necessary. So for here, I can probably use card. Right. Use card body. Card header. Card content. So the accordion is going to go as card content. Right. Format this. And button. Just going to go in here. going to be a div that's going to have an input and a button, and then this can be close. Okay, X then. So we click on this and now you see, so there you can have a default value of node names title or label. Maybe here. His name is Flex. Justify between align center. No, not align item center. It's not doing just that, so let's do this. Variant of destructive. Their size of icon, and we have this size of the icon to be 12. Okay, then can have class name, can have variant is destructive. We're just gonna head to outline. So maybe we should just do relative, and we should take this hop here and have its own class name of absolute, and right is 5, p0, Okay. This thing, this should have no variant. This should never be this button. Just make it small button. No variant, nothing. Then no size. P tag. Just X. And you can increase the size of the X. So border 0, right. Outline now. It's important. I think it's called outline for real. Rank offset. Okay. So it's rank 0. Importance. Yeah. So now we can have it like instead of being redundant. So you can yeah. 0. Maybe we should leave the border there, but not the rank. I mean, let's be frank, I don't like the rank. So now we can have this one have margin bottom of 3, right? Not even sure if I'm doing the right thing, but one thing I'm sure of is it this should not be absolute anyway. And the X size should reduce to 15, 17. Okay, and we should use the button 10. Use button. So the size is icon, and the variant is ghost. Yeah, ghost. Ghost is okay. Then ms some stats should be some spacing to name. So this is the structure that we're going to be using, right? So whenever this is clicked, any of the node is clicked, then this is going to show, right? And there we go. And we get to a point where we'll be adding new nodes. That is when we add the button, but for now this is just the basic settings we're gonna be having for the settings. Okay, and let me just get some drop down select for this. So let's go to shell scene. So we have one way, not drop down menu. Combo box. Right, we can use combo box. Can use combo box. It's only combo box that we can use. So you can either use combo box or use select. Right, but I prefer combo box. Prefer that one. Prefer this. You know, you're able to search. So gonna have to carry. Okay. Set status. Can probably use that for the authentication, but this is what we need. So I'm just going to copy the code, and here I'm going to create let's say combo box. Combo box selection. Combo box. Let me just call it drop down. Menu. Select menu. Select option. CSS. Now we're gonna paste everything in here. So for one thing, export default select option. So it's going to take in some params. It's going to take in the options, which is going to be an array of value or string, value string. It's going to be an array. It's going to have a default value, which is going to be a string. And we have the change. So we have the change. You can pass in the unchanged, which is going to take in. It's going to have a label, string, and value of string, and void. It's going to return void. So we can probably extract this type option equals this. So then we can use option, option here as well. Okay. Type props toasted this. Default value, unchange, and options. Right, so we have default value that's empty. So then we have options, so there's one more thing that we're going to possibly use there is icons. Right, we want to show icon. So if one can go options, option. Okay, so now the accordion here for event content, we have label, which comes from here, and then we can have class can be app, and then we have select option that we just created. We pass in the options, right? So label is let's say webhook value is webhook. So we're gonna do, let me just have two of those. Alright, and I can have like Gmail, and that's Gmail. Right, there's this form group, even though I think, is it form? No. Let's put this in a div. So because we're gonna have the same thing, for event, right? And you can go back to the app, click on this. So click on app and events, and now you see, right? So flex, call. So for the option, it's having a width. You don't want it to have a width. Yeah. So we can style them, right? For now, we're just gonna one more thing that we want in here is we want another to be it's submitting something. So role is combo box, type is just a button. So anything button here, it's just a button. That's doing something, I don't know. But technically I've print. Then click on this split. Set undefined is not iterable. Undefined. How is that possible? We set the options unless it wants a default value, which we can give. I see webhook is selected, but the fact saying that it's iterating, but then it's not iterable. What is it? I mean, I initially thought it was a button, but that doesn't seem to be it. So yeah, options. Select current value sample. That we haven't gotten to select at all. So let's do this. And do JSON stringify options. So click on there. And then we got the options that are available. It's then go to map to return key. Okay. So then what's the problem here? If we have this, maybe should use the option that label. Okay, that worked. Command item, the key is a value, the value is a value, and select then the check. So the issue has to do with has to do with the command item. Yeah, that's obviously coming from where it's supposed to. Yeah. Let me check. Yes. This is this is just a div. Right. So that's our assumption. Can you see? It shows up. So seems the command command you can literally have command items without anything in it. So if we click on this and like, but this command item itself is a problem, a big one. Let's say the option is coming in as empty. That's not the problem, really. Yeah, so indeed div select option. So it's in command items undefined. What is it find? Maybe I need to restart the server or something. Okay. This is still failing, which I don't know why. Just using CMDK. Okay. What can we do? Nothing. So and next array node module. So then here you just have to install everything again. So it's still the same thing. And I've used this over and over before. And that is exactly what they have in there. That's exactly what they have in there. And their combo box works. Then why doesn't it work? Combo box t6 is this, and come to node settings, then above this, and then call in the combo box demo, and we're gonna use let's see what happens with that. That's the same thing. So the same thing is happening to both of them. So it's saying undefined is not terrible, but we don't really have anything that is undefined. So because the problem is coming from CMDK, right? So let's do one thing. So there's an installation. There's an installation guide. Yeah, so manual, we have to install, and if you go to the package, it's probably already installed. We are using version 1, so I'm going to start the server, node module, then I'm going to install. So install. Okay. that again. Okay, I'm just gonna run npm. That's still absolutely the same thing. Let's try using Chrome. So this might be browser issue. So let's try using Chrome. Wait. How am I logged in here? That seems to be a general problem. And the issue is with CMDK. But we don't get to know what version of CMDK we're actually having as install. CMDK npm. So the command. So the version. And when was this launched? This was launched 2 months ago. I had projects. Okay. So it seems that this was the same indicator they were using. That's the version they're using. The new version doesn't seem to work. Doesn't seem to work here. So node module and next and then npm install. So sometimes things doesn't work, right? And you spend a lot of time trying to debug it, trying to find what the issue is, and just find out that it just has to do with the package they're using. But we haven't confirmed that it's don't take my word for it. Okay, but that's possibly what the issue was. And I said possibly because I think it's the version, because I went to check out the project that I did using that, and now you see it works. Right, it works out of the box. So now we have confirmed that it has to do with what? It has to do with the package that we're using before. So okay, we solved the issue. So there you go, and that's working. So we're going to start this later, but this is going to be where we start moving away from the front end, right, and start looking at what we can do on the back end. So creating a workflow that is working. Right, we just have the basic UI setup that is working, right, and now it's just left for us to start dealing with the workflow itself. So I'm just going to close out all of this, and now in the library, we're going to have one library, which is going to be workflow. So in workflow, we're going to have nodes, and we're going to have, let's say, connections, or let's say authentications, right? And in nodes, where we're going to do grouping, because we're going to do some Google nodes. We're going to do let's see, we're going to do webbook, right? In Google, we're going to do the geo, right? We're going to do sheet, the Google Sheet, Google Mail, Google Sheet, right? So in each of those files, there will be requirement for there to be a TypeScript file, right? Like basically you must have index.TypeScript. That is the template we're going to start with. So you have index.TypeScript. No, or basically let's say you have index.node.TypeScript, 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 right? So there's possibility that we might be able to use the node.TypeScript to sort of like do an automatic fetching of all the nodes. So even if we want to add more nodes, the system doesn't, like, we don't really have to work in like multiple files to add node. Like after adding our node folder, adding the node properties and everything, we don't have to go to another file to add the node, or go to the database to add the node. Something like that is what I'm thinking when it comes to this. Okay, so then we're gonna have interface.js. So the interface is where we're going to sell what we're actually thinking our node should look like. So interface inode, that's equal. So let's make some research here. So the other day I talked about init-n, so they have a GitHub, and I've checked them out, and they have packages, I guess. Yeah, node dev, no, node base, nodes. Now you can see they have all the nodes. And you can basically just change this to be Google, because the folder name doesn't really matter, but it sort of looks better seeing them in bigger, like they being capitalized, but yeah, I mean, that's not what we came here for. So let's find something we're familiar with. So let's say Calendly. Here we have .node.js. They have their interfaces that they brought in. But one thing that comes out is they have description, right? They're implementing inode type. So we could probably have our own inode type as well. We are not going to be implementing everything they did. They are following everything they did. So So they have description, they have webhook method, they have default, they have webhook. So this trigger. Okay, we know they have description. So let's go find Google. It's almost time for my work. So the live will be, I'll be off live in a bit. So they have this description. I'm going to be dealing with that. Just description is enough. So they have description, and in description they have series of things, like the display name, the credentials, the properties, and so on, so forth. That's a lot. Then they have their methods. They have load option method, they have list search method, they have poll method and poll. So that means we can say we're going to have description, which is going to be inode description. Right, so we're going to add that interface inode description. Right. Let's just copy this. So, and in there we're going to have display name. That's going to be showing just like we have like webhook. So then we have name, just like we have label and value. The value is the name here, the display name is the label, right? So let's just leave it like this for now. Then we have the methods. We're going to be using some methods here at apps. We're going to be using some methods because one thing, let's go to Zapier, is one thing that you notice. One thing that you notice is when we click on this, let's go to action and we do the from, you see this contents are loaded, right? I wish I used to have anything account, but now I don't know how that went to it. It's sort of like a test account. So now you see it's able to load some results, right? So that's exactly so that's what those methods are meant for, right? So we have methods, and in the methods we have load options, which is going to be taking a key string and string and the value, just in case of any, right? So that's version of option, but they have list search, but I don't know what that's going to look like yet. So I don't know what the search is going to be, but they have icon. So they have icon in description. They have icon, and the icon should be I think it should just be let's find type of icon. The type of icon, because that is what we're going to be having. That's what we're going to be having. So type of icon. So just to get started, what we're just going to do is we're going to have a class, and class is going to be Gmail, and we're going to be implementing inode type, which we need to export. So inode type. So that's what we're going to be implementing. So we have description that is going to have display name, and it's going to have name, and it's going to have like icon, and we have Gmail, like this, right? So this will be across the board, right? So we're still gonna add like pretty little more things,